Good morning, you guys. I want to go check out this cool place that someone actually texted me this week on and said, hey, I went up to this place, a dirt airstrip about 30 minutes north of where you are, and it might be a good place to go camping. So I'm going to go check it out. There's actually two of them up there, right next to the Grand Canyon National Monument area. So it's about 6:20 in the morning. Let's get packed up and get out of here. Now, if you're just joining me, I just bought this Kit Fox like a week and a half ago or something like that, up in Oregon, and flew it all the way back down here to Arizona. So I've done one flight down here in Arizona with my youngest, and this is number 2. So it should be fun. I know some of you guys are gonna be wondering how I place this camera underneath here. Remember Doug from my tail endorsement, he made some of these, well, he had some old inspection panels and they actually fit the Kit Fox as well. So it's kind of in the middle of the airplane. Not perfect, but it'll do. Also got a suction cup one up here and a suction cup one on the door now. This is the first time I've actually used that one there. So I'm filling the plane out with cameras. I think I've got them all on here now. I'd like to do a little bit better installation on the ones for the wings. Right now I just have it zip tied on here and they're only sticking out maybe like 12 inches at most. I would like to get maybe a carbon fiber tube or something that doesn't have too much vibration, so it's not just bouncing out here, and stick the 360 cameras out here so I can get a little bit better view. So in these first few videos, I'm probably going to have to be adjusting some things until I figure out exactly what works well in this airplane, like audio, different things like that. All right, so we're going up to, it is Pierce Ferry. It's about 50 to 55. This, yeah, it's 50 nautical miles away, so it shouldn't take me that long, I don't think, half hour or so. Let's go ahead and get the weather here.
Kingman Airport. Automated weather observation 1346. Zulu. Wind 140 at 08. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 20 Celsius. Dew point 09 Celsius. Altimeter 3016. Remarks. Density altitude 4,600.
Now, I am not familiar with the runway here because I've only been here once or twice now, so what do we have? 03 and 21, 1735, so he hasn't started up yet. There's no way we've got 8 knots of wind here. I can see the wind sockets just hanging there. I think we'll just take off on 03 today. Runway 3, man, there's a lot of airplanes out here, isn't there? I'd love to go climb around to them and explore them all, but I've already been told I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to film around them either, they said. Well, let's do the run up right here. Wow, that sun is bright. Already warmed up, our old temps is well within the weight. We'll go ahead and bring our RPM up to 4,000 for the run up. We'll go to the right mag, left mag. Let's go over to our page, make sure our volts are good, and let's do the idle check. All right, we're gonna take off with 1 notch of flaps. I actually have 4. I've talked to other Kit Fox owners and they have 3. So mine is somewhere in between theirs. But they said some of them have said they take off with 1 notch. It gets up a little bit quicker. So I'm just gonna try that today and just see how it is. Oh, and also I did bring out this to christen my airplane with this. My own checklist box. This is basically the same one that I have for the 152s, 172s, and I just got some GoPro mounts, sticky things, and I'm gonna just see if that works for now, but we'll give it a go. All right, I did check my fuel caps. Our brakes are good, controls are good, my trim's set up, my flaps are where I'd like them to be. We just checked the mags, I just checked the systems. I don't have carb heat, I've already got the radios set up. Let's go. Actually, a transponder, yep. Harnesses, good. I don't have lights right now. Abort, well, if I'm not off by halfway, well then, I've got bigger problems. Kingman traffic, experimental 24 Kilo Bravo will be departing runway 03 to the north. Kingman traffic. Sure that we don't have anybody on the runway. Nope. Last time I was out here, it looked like there was. They were just doing a run up at the end of, right next to the runway, but didn't have the radio on. Alright, here we go. Getting a little bit better at directional control, at least on the ground. Granted, there's next to no wind, so I can feel the wind actually now. It's pushing me over this way. And it's already warm in here. My goodness. I've contacted some companies about some window tint for plexiglass, specifically for airplanes. So hopefully I can get this thing covered all up to where I can still see through it, but and I can peel it off. It's like reusable. You can peel it off and put it back on. I'd love to be able to partner with them on some cool thing like that, because I know that there's a lot of other Kitfox owners and Highlander owners that would probably love something that would work for their airplane, because it's so stinking hot in these things. And once I get out here a little bit further, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to these mountains, and we're going to make this a little more interesting for myself as well, because it's really boring just flying up here this high. We're going to bring our RPM right there down to 5,200. That's what we're going to cruise at in this airplane. And my oil temp, it's in the yellow, but what I was reading in the Rotax manual is actually normal operating is between 190 and 230. So I'm going to have to go in and change the settings so that it accurately displays what is normal and what is not. With this specific airplane, you're always looking out in like this little triangle right here. Like you're never looking out here, and it's nice that it doesn't stick up too high and get in my way. But for the most part, the 152 covers all of the items except for, I mean, let's see, what does it have? I don't have lights yet. I'd like to put them on here, but I don't have them yet. And I don't have carb heat, but I do have a choke that I can make sure that was fully locked in. Now, even though the Garmin 496 is outdated, I know it is, came with the airplane, it's hooked up with the EFIS, this thing has autopilot, but it has a little bit of a problem. And when I flip the autopilot on, my oil temperature just starts rising. It's just an indicator. I did write Bendix King, which is the company that owns this company, that TrueTrack. They said possibly a bad ground or something like that. So I'm going to go into that. I don't really need my autopilot, but I am going to start looking into that to see if it's something I can fix, because man, it sure would be nice to have autopilot in this for these long trips. I'm going to be going out to the High Sierra fly-in here in a couple of weeks. I think it's around a 4.5-hour flight or so, 430 nautical miles, something like that. And this thing cruises at like probably like 90 knots. Not that fast. And when I get bigger tires on it, it's probably going to even go slower. So, the one thing I wish that this thing had on it is, I wish it had the winds. Like the G1000 shows you where your winds are coming from. Now there might be something I could add on here, I'm not 100% sure, but that is something that I would really like, because especially flying around mountains with this small of a paper airplane, it'd be nice to know where your winds are coming from, your downdrafts, things like that. And like I said in my other videos, I still have a lot to learn about density altitude.
Altitude 4,600.
So density altitude back at Kingman is 4,600, and it's only 76 degrees out. The runway is at 3,500, so I don't ever do any density altitude calculations in New Guinea at all. Oh, you know, another thing, it's stinking hot in here already, and it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Project Kitfox, if you guys want to go check out his channel, yeah, he built his own airplane, beautiful airplane, and he has these little latches for his door that allow his door to like just be cracked open like an inch, so you have like air coming through at all times. I'm going to see if I might be able to connect with him and get some of those, because that would be really nice. It's almost like AC in here. Well, let's go fly over here, because this is awesome looking. The thing with Arizona is, even out here in the middle of nowhere, there's always like bushes that are, you know, a couple feet tall. Like this right here would be an amazing place to come land. But there's bushes everywhere. Let's just look right here. Oh, this one doesn't really have too many bushes. Oh yeah, it does, when you get down here close. I saw this dry lake bed, well, what probably used to be a lake at one time, on the chart. And I was just curious what it was, if it's just sand, and sure enough, it's just sand. I don't think there's any power lines up here, there's nothing. I'm not exactly sure what all these big old berms are for either. Got a fence or two, but that is about it looks like. Oh, this is really fun. Cruising at 105 miles an hour. This is why I got this airplane. Is just to putz around and do things like this and enjoy this place. I'm just about 7 minutes out. Let's go over the strip chart real quick here at what we have available here for us. We're close to the Grand Canyon area, which is a restricted airspace over there. I need to learn more about that to see where I can actually go in and out of that area. But this one here, you guys can see, Pierce Ferry. So if I click on it here, it comes up, elevation is 2,900. So 3,900 feet is going to be my pattern altitude. Frequency is 122.9, which is what I'm on. We're still 12 miles out. Runway is runway 01 and 19er. So basically kind of going this direction here. It says it's right-hand traffic, so I'll be flying overhead and then kind of seeing if there's a windsock there or not. I don't really know. The fact that I'm going 127 miles an hour and I'm only indicating 110 would indicate that my wind is from behind me. So my plan is to go around and come back and land on runway 19er. First I'm going to just do a quick inspection of the runway, because we did have some monsoon rains about a month and a half ago, and I'm sure that things like this might have been torn up from all the water. Everything else was, and they might not have fixed it. So I want to just inspect it first before I just go land on a place that I've never been or know nothing about. Pierce Ferry traffic, experimental 24 Kilo Bravo 10 miles to the south 4,000 inbound Pierce Ferry. So I've been hearing all these reports about like Lake Mead being really low on water. Well, I don't know if you guys can see it out there. If my camera's even still going, can't see if it's flashing. It looks like it is. You can see where the water levels have been, and it is definitely pretty low. Hopefully I don't run out of water in the next few months. Alright, I'm indicating 111, it's 119, so I've got about 8 knots behind me right now. If you guys are interested in some sunglasses, I've got these on my website. Gold, silver, I also have like the classic style as well if you guys are interested. I've had them now for a couple years and they've actually held up really well. Okay, I'm at 3,600, so I'm just about pattern altitude. I'm still looking for this place. I'm 4 miles out. I don't even see it. Oh, there it is, directly in front of me. Pierce Ferry, experimental 24 Kilo Bravo, 3 miles to the south. We'll be flying overhead midfield for runway 19er, Pierce Ferry. Wow, this is an incredible view. If I could come camping up here, it looks like it goes right up to the edge. So with winds and things like that, because it does just drop off down towards Lake Mead, there might be some kind of fishy winds going on up here. I have no idea. But like I was saying earlier, with this thing being as light as it is, I'm just a little bit more aware of it than I was in the Kodiak. And with this thing being affected by density altitude, as is way more than a turbine engine and with a lot more horsepower, I just consider those things a lot more. Oh, it looks like the winds are actually dropping off now. I'm indicating 109 and it's 112, so just 3 knots now. Pierce Ferry, 24 Kilo Bravo overhead will be joining into a right downwind, runway 19er, Pierce Ferry. And it looks like the windsock is right in the middle. Let's just actually fly right over top of it so I can see it. Pierce Ferry, 24 Kilo Bravo, right downwind, 19er, Pierce Ferry. Once we're in the white arc, 90 knots or below. Actually, it looks like about 92 knots. Then we'll go 2 degrees of flaps, or 2 notches of flaps, I should say, and start trimming it out, slowing it down to 65. Let's go ahead and bring our power all the way back. I don't really know if there's going to be any downdrafts or not, so Go full flaps. Selectors, brakes, harnesses, fuel pump, coming in at 65 knots. Flaps are full, and landing clearance at uncontrolled airport. Alright, turn and final. Alright, I'm indicating 68, saying 71, so it says I have tailwind now, but I hope this is power accurate. Looking good, nice and smooth air. Oh yeah, that looks actually really nice. Let's go ahead and land. This is actually really nice. Let's go to the other end and take a look. Definitely gonna have to get a beefier tail wheel, I think. And I might throw a roll of duct tape in my airplane in case I ever get a rock thrown up and punches through underneath or something like that. It looks like this might be the parking bay here. All right, let's go explore. Well, the winds are absolutely zero here on the ground. Let's do a quick walk around of the plane, make sure that nothing is damaged right off the bat before I do anything else. Looks like tires are good so far. I think my biggest concern would be like rocks flicking up, so let's take a look under here. Oh, nice, lost a camera. We'll go see if that's maybe on the runway somewhere. I've never lost a camera ever, so that would be my first camera ever lost. Take a look at the tail wheel. Looks like it's still in good condition. The only thing I'm really kind of concerned about is this is just like a plastic composite kind of inner part. I'm not sure how well that's going to hold up to any type of runway like this. So let's walk up and down the runway, see if we can't find that camera. It might have blown off, but I mean, those inspection plates, they're pretty tight in there, so I'm not sure how it probably could have blown off, but let's go up and down and see if we can't find it. I think I found it. Still going. That's awesome. Okay, well, now I know I need a better method to put this thing on. It looks like what happened is, you can see it can go inside like concave or regular way like that. Well, with all these bumps, I guess the weight of the camera made it go concave, opened these little tabs up a little bit, and just fell out. Well, good deal. I mean, come on, look at that. Wow, that's incredible. I bet that's more than 1,000 foot down here. And take a look at this. Perfect place, if it's not too windy, to chill out. Wow, that is awesome. I'm looking forward to this. I'm gonna wrap this video up here, and if you want to see my takeoff out of here, my first bush, it's not really, I mean, it's a gravel runway, but with beautiful views nonetheless. If you want to see that next video heading back home, check out this video up here. whenever it comes out, right after this one probably. So thanks guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Feel free to share this, it really does actually help my channel grow, so I sure do appreciate any help. Thanks guys, see you next time.